My name's Oscar.
My name is Carl.
And this is Who Would Watch This? Welcome to Who Would Watch This, the podcast where we watch a film, chat about the film, and then we try and figure out who would watch this.
Today we're talking about Robots, which currently has a 6.4 on IMDb, a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3.3 on Letterboxd. Oscar, what's the plot? Well, not ready with the plot. How unprofessional.
In a robot world, a young, idealistic inventor travels to the big city to join his inspirational company, only to find himself opposed its sinister new management? Oh my goodness, Carl. What a plot for the ages,
Robots is taking down big business one nut at a time.
Oh, that's poor.
One bolt.
Yeah, one rivet, you know.
One turn of a wrench.
There's other things we could
And
go
none
on
of them were strong.
No.
We didn't say any that were funny or good or clever.
Here's the thing. A nail would have been the funniest thing we could have done and the strongest.
I know, but accurately not correct.
Not
it's
good.
just so intensely inaccurate.
Ironically, it was the last nail in the coffin for us as a podcast and as people. We'll be
Yes.
slaughtered.
Oh, it's giving deep depression.
Of
to
course.
moi.
But Carl, before this wave of sadness hit us, should we go back to last week before we'd watch the
Oh my
film?
god, I'd love to.
Before we figured out who watches.
Fantastic. Yeah,
you know
yeah,
the
yeah,
gist.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
the gist.
for
We'll
sure.
go back there. We'll go back
For sure.
Yeah. Carl, it's the last Amanda Bynes little flick we're doing. We're doing Robots. I'm very excited. I don't know why I'm excited. Maybe because it's like a kid's film. I've seen the film. I feel like it's 80 minutes, which might sound like I'm a poor film. I guess we're critics. Would you say that? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I changed my fucking X status to film critic, and that's just not on, okay? You're not fucking... You shouldn't be laughing at me. No, so I'm pretty keen for this one.
I'd hate to ever be called a critic. I think I'm just a strong complainer.
Yeah. I'm a whiner.
It is. I'd like to be called a bad seed on this earth.
Yeah.
I think that's what it would be.
And I could be Nick Cave.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Thanks.
That's actually a really struck joke. And I think we should unpack that. Right in, because that's really good.
Are you praising me for that?
Yeah.
Chuff with that.
I loved that.
Oh, great for me.
Audiences, did that hit for you? Why or why not? I think this is almost a really good spot test, actually, because if you didn't enjoy that joke, fuck you. That was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Carl, are we
It caught me off guard. I don't know what else to fucking say about it.
I'm feeling very quaint right now.
As well you should be.
Oh.
Man, you should be so proud.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
I know. Let's go. Cheers to that.
Yeah,
huh?
cheers, huh?
Click. We got beautiful. I'm in a fucking good mood. Yeah, now,
Got one compliment. You're just beaming.
here's the thing. I haven't got one since 04, so I'm pretty chuffed. I'm pretty happy right now. Now, Carl, Robots, thoughts? Who's it for?
This is a tough one. Okay, saw this one in cinemas. And actually, I'd say I think the whole reason we ended up doing the Amanda Bynes month is because this was #1 on Stan in Australia for like 4 weeks in a row, and I was like, "Who the fuck is watching Robots?" But then I saw it has like nearly 900,000 logs on Letterboxd.
Wow.
So I was like, "What? Who the
Crazy
fuck is
when
still
they
watching Robots
on their Instagram? It's like Robots joins the Million Club.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's Robots.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember seeing this in cinemas. I'm pretty sure I went and saw this, and my dad dropped us off, me and my brother off at the cinemas. I went and saw Robots. He went and saw Hitch.
Oh, well, that's a horrible double feature.
Yeah, and then just like that was a good time.
What did your brother think of Hitch? I would love it because what, he'd be 13 when he walked out.
Everyone loves Hitch. Everyone loves Hitch. That's my go-to whenever I'm here. Remember how often I'm just like, we got to watch Hitch.
Yeah. And
Hitch is the ultimate
we've
rom-com.
never bit.
Yeah, no, as well you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's everybody just...
I just can't imagine a single 13-year-old boy watching Hitch. That might be the only
What
audience.
year did this come out?
It's 2005.
So what would I have been? 9. Brother would have been 15.
That I couldn't think of anything worse for a 15-year-old watching.
But I guess he would have just been on the Will Smith train.
I guess he would have
It
been.
would have been like, oh, Will Smith is in a new thing.
And I like
I'll go
he's
see
leaning
that.
on the title. That looks cool.
So,
you know?
yeah, here's the thing. It looked like he had swag.
Yeah.
Right? I guess like back in the day, it felt like if you were cool if you could land chicks. And that was a whole movie that was like, land them.
Yeah.
You know? And you were like, I want to be like Will Smith and land a chick.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
and now I feel like I'm rewatching Community at the moment, and so much of in that first season is like Jeff's cool because he fucks.
He fucks.
And I just feel like that's completely gone now.
Yeah.
Like on how you like sort of like someone in television, like when How I Met Your Mother, I think was the most aggressive at being like these characters because they
Barney's
fuck.
fucking 5 women a day, and that's how fucking cool he is. No, I couldn't really tell you now. I think it's more being yearned after. I think like people wanting to fuck you is way better than
I
people
think
fucking
there
you.
was an entire generation that I think felt the most they've ever felt about love, sex, and respect in that little hand in Pride and Prejudice by Matthew McFadden, doing that little hand flex.
yeah.
And now all of the writers that have grown up are just trying to get that energy onto the screen
You
again.
don't want to be deep in puss. You want the idea.
You want to be longing.
You want to be
longing for it.
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
want to discuss it.
No.
You
It's
wanna
got to
just
be a
feel it.
quiet thing that's just in the
Yeah.
background, just like, by the way, like if I wanted to, I could fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't want
But
to.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
thinking about sad things.
Yeah.
And that's so much hotter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good
So I
shit.
guess robots
Yeah.
would mean
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
What we're going
Look, this got me into the cinema. So obviously, I was the right age at 9.
Yeah.
I guess that's
9-year-olds.
I
I guess
remember. I
9-year-olds.
remember very little. I remember Big Business or Big Ball
Yeah.
guy. I remember Dominoes,
Yeah.
and I remember the Robin Williams one, like dancing in drag.
Yeah.
And I think those are my 3 things. I couldn't tell you what the plot is. That's
huge.
where I'm at with robots.
Yeah, I think the domino sequence had a big impact on me. I think I really got into dominoes after seeing the sequence.
How could you not?
I mean, it's fantastic. Big Well's really nailing it.
It did a lot for Domino's worldwide, right?
Yeah.
The pizza brand, not the game.
Child obesity went through the roof after robots, but how could you blame them? You know?
That's because we all wanted to look like Big Business.
Oh my God,
Or what's
of
his
course.
name?
Big
Is it
Well, Big
okay.
Well.
What's
I
Big
feel like-
Business from? Is that Lego Movie?
That's Lego Movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Big Well, I guess it's just tight. It's just tight. No, I think I love Big Well. I love the domino sequence. I love when they ride around the city in a big ball. I remember liking that a lot.
I couldn't tell you what you're referencing.
They fly around a ball a lot. It's like
like
a
in
big
Futurama? Like a in pipes?
No, sort of, but like a bit more just crazy, just like a marble running around a big city, just nonsense. But I loved it.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what this is like. Is this DreamWorks?
No, it's the Blue Sky.
Right. This is Ice Age people, yeah?
Yeah. They got the Ice Age money.
Did they ever do something like truly good? Blue Sky ever released do something that was truly fantastic?
Oh, Spies in the Sky. Oh, Rio 2. That was kind of our dark.
Will I
age.
Am is a bird. That is gold. That's solid fucking gold. Well, I don't know what else they would have done.
It's Ice Age. I want to say they did like Planet 51, maybe. Rio.
That's a great deep cut.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, then might as well be one of them.
It might as well be
You
one
were
of them.
so right.
And then I think the nail in the coffin was Spies in Disguise. Then they were broke.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I can't believe the Ice Age money literally dried up.
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. They experienced it. They experienced an Ice Age.
Oh my god.
Isn't there a new one coming out?
I think so. I don't know how. In what
Wow,
capacity.
nothing ends, hey.
No.
It's just nothing fucking ends.
God, it's just yeah. What's new? You know, Pussycat. Whoa. I'm glad I've never like when people get old and you're like, oh, I need to learn all the new stuff. Not anymore. Whatever I experience, it will just be churned out forever.
Yeah.
Good
I
for
guess
them.
like because I saw Man of Steel with my dad, and I
Yeah.
saw Superman Returns with my dad in cinemas because he loved Superman.
Yeah.
He has got no fucking interest in this. He's just like, why would I even see? Why would I bother?
yeah.
Like he must just be like, I've seen it so many times now.
I like he's at the train of like regurgitating content where he's just like I feel like we're indifferent and a bit not angry, but a bit like I've seen it before. But your dad must be just like, what am I gonna get out of this? This is the 5th fucking time I've done this shit. Like,
Yeah.
he's been burnt. I don't think he's been burnt. Just like I can't get anything out of this. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just he must just be like, I'd rather read a book.
Yeah.
Like he's just in
I think
that
that's. I think
phase.
finally, honestly, the end of this podcast be us like, should we pick up reading? Wouldn't that be?
Who
healthy?
would read this?
Oh my God,
It's
back
going to
to
be my diary. We're going to get really in depth, guys. Really in depth.
Carl, robots. Now, maybe this is just me. I feel like we're gonna have to go through the plot, but I do think we're gonna have to. We're gonna go through the world building.
It's going to feel like Cars 2.
Yeah.
I don't get how we're here.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of this makes sense. And how did it all begin?
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. I'm very excited about that, actually. I think the movie falls apart very quickly.
Yeah.
As soon as they reveal you build a child. Okay.
Which is, I'd say, the first scene.
It's the first scene
Yes.
where he's rushing to get home because his child's about to be delivered. Good gag, he's in a box.
Yeah.
And they've got and making him is the fun part.
Great bit.
These are good.
Yeah.
These are good jokes.
I gotta tell you, and I think with a lot of these sort of animated films, which don't really have a good plot or moral or characters, normally the jokes are quite strong.
Yeah.
I'd say the only the sort of Storks, I think, is the best of like we're jokes per minute, and not really like we've got a basic message, but don't worry about it. And then you got like Pixar's like, well, we'll be elevated this. But it's kind of the best you can do for a kids film. It's funny jokes, but no plot. And no characters.
My height of enjoyment with the movie was definitely at the first like 8 minutes, and my god, did it plummet so quickly, so fast. Because I got to say, if you'd really pressed, I would have not been able to tell you what the moral of the movie was pre-watching it. So I'd really forgotten what it was even trying to say about anyone or anything, really.
And it's trying to say something, and we'll get into the message, but I do think the world itself kind of breaks down a little bit. Let's get into building a robot. Now, what is this giving life? Are you giving a robot a soul?
So where does the soul come from?
I don't know.
Because if you're... So is it... how many parts does it need to be before it gets sentient?
And what's the level of sentience? Because our protagonist, Ewan McGregor, Rodney Copperbottom, does create life, but I wouldn't say this is a humanoid soul.
Well, there's multiple aspects of life created through invention. So are we to believe... I think we have to wind back even further to understand the world building. Have they killed us?
Yeah, so I think so, because I think a lot of the language is very reliant on a human perspective and through a robot. I'd also like to preference, have they also gone through the same world tragedies as us? Because one, there is a TSA agent, which would imply...
A 9/11 scenario of robots.
A 9/11 robots scenario, which is messy, because now you've got like a Middle East oil situation, which now...
Yes, because now oil plays a part in it. So they need oil to live, right?
I think
is that their currency?
Now that's huge, because I think that they're seen pouring grease oil on themselves
to like cool down
like
after
a lubricant.
Long day.
Yeah, I assumed it's more like a beer. Yeah. So, which is alcohol.
So the other thing as well. So I understand that as you're aging, so Stanley Tucci's one is like getting old, so his parts are starting to fail.
Rodney's father.
He could never die though, right? Well, like, how old is the oldest robot? Because if you just keep doing new parts, you'll live forever.
Yeah, it's like the Sea of Thesis. Like, you can just keep building yourself, but are you taking a little bit apart from yourself? I don't know, because it seems like this corporation, the big bad, is going, we're not selling any more parts anymore.
Yes.
So this would be essentially...
So they're stopping life.
Yeah.
It's a genocide, really.
And that's what I want to get into. It seems like it's very genocidal, this whole thing.
Well, it's the end of a world. Like, I mean, they wonder why there's an uprising at the end, but you go, well, you're trying to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you think everyone's going to be on top of this, especially because it seems like the upper echelon of, if you look at the class system of the robots, is if you're built to look like you have a suit on or not. That's it. That's the only defining trait.
It's so image-based. If you're shiny, you're good.
Yeah.
But it seems like some robots are doomed to fail. It feels very like B-movie, essentially like you're born to whatever you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Which means there's no class movement.
But you could be built to whatever you wanted, right?
Yes.
So I guess
he wasn't a dishwasher, and then he pivoted to being a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Rodney's father.
So when he's getting hand-me-downs, which are more parts to grow him up, are we to understand that the previous person has been growing up or dying?
Well, I guess shedding their skin. But then I guess when you get to an adult, I don't know how he gets his adult form. Because
So this is the other thing. Yeah. Why can't you just build him as an adult?
I don't know.
Because it's expensive?
Well, I don't. You're not saving anything unless you're saving up money for the adult machine body. Really.
Well, so what's coming in the box needs to be a soul and parts, right? So then the soul so do they need to train, because he has a kid form. He actually has a full life cycle of learning in him. Yeah. But why?
Oh, I have no idea. Because that's what I'm saying. I feel like for this society to work, they must have had to kill us and have only grasped human evolution, and that's what they're building across.
I got to say, this entire movie would be like a 5-star film if it turned out Big Well was a human and there was like just a big reveal there, and then they got into this shit.
Okay, huge.
Like if they
let's
unpack it all.
Let's unpack it because they're committing. This is horrible.
Well, I just don't understand. So do we think? Does the movie have a joke in it where nuts and bolts are the currency? Was that what it was?
Yes.
Right.
He drops a little a washer which
Yeah.
is the thing you put on a screw to sort of protect it.
Yeah.
He puts that in a cup for a homeless robot.
Yeah.
And that robot is chuffed about that. So I assume a washer is a bit of currency.
So does the washer then go onto that homeless person's body, or does it then get used to get a different thing?
I guess it's up to you as a robot if you want to spend that or use that to upgrade yourself.
What do we think a drug is here?
Well, I guess definitely petrol or oil is sort of like a relaxant. So I would say that is a drug.
Yeah, okay.
And I would say equivalent would be like a beer after a hard day's work, but it also could be hard heroin. And I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't
In
what
which
the-
case, all the youth in the street are doing heroin.
Well, the other thing as well is considering he is a dishwasher.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they eating?
I don't know. Well, we see one of them is just sucking up screws
Yeah.
like a vacuum,
Yeah.
and I don't really get that because that'd be their money.
So is there
as
an
well.
incinerator in them that is then turned? So would that robot then shoot out an item?
I don't know if they're
as
making some.
excrement?
Well, that's the thing. It's either money, it's either used to improve yourself, or it's being used as a fuel source. Which also, how are they being powered? It's not
I know.
bad because
And
they
if
sort of
it's-
have plugs and sort of things.
And if it's nuts and bolts, why does it need to go on a plate?
Yeah.
The plate probably isn't even getting dirty, but why would anybody care about germs?
No, there's no.
There's no germs.
No, unless there is some sort of AIDS epidemic.
Would you
in
catch
this.
rust? Is rust their AIDS?
Rust could be their
or their
AIDS.
cancer?
Well, I mean, I don't. Let's go cancer. I don't think it's sweeping.
The nation.
The nation. But you're very right. A rust. Well, is there water in the society? I guess there's rain.
Well, that's the thing.
Rain would be
They
a horrible-
they must be terrified of the rain.
Yeah.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do we think they have Christianity? Do they have a sense of Noah brought a wave? Like where are we? Where are they landing?
I
on
think
this?
now let's just get into Bigwell as because I think although they don't have
He's
Christianity,
Jesus?
I think he is in a sense their president / boss / messiah / CEO
Yeah.
/ sort of like omnipresent because he's also gone and I think there's still the belief in there. So I think he is almost a religious figure to these robots.
Well, so are they in America or is this the world? Like,
I'm
are we
gonna-
seeing the world?
I'm going to go ahead and say there's a Britney Spears joke, so I reckon they're just still enough where her essence, I guess, in some sort of lost media can still be, I would say about 200 years.
Yeah.
You know?
It must be tough when you hire Robin Williams to just sort of like improv and say things.
Yeah.
Because he'll just make references that make the world harder to understand how it comes to fruition.
It's real tough because he also makes a joke and he goes, my name is like Fender, last name. We had to change it when we moved here. Implying there was also, and this is a bit grim, a Holocaust-esque event for these robots.
Yeah.
And now there's also a race
and
element
now
to
there's
it.
this as well,
Yes.
where big business is taking away parts.
Yes.
But if they're taking away parts, they're effectively taking away all currency and scraps.
Yes.
So it's like if somebody said we're going to start burning all the cash.
All the money, we're going to wipe you clean. And
Yeah.
quite frankly, if you're inferior to us, you're going to be recycled and taken for parts
Yeah.
to improve better people. This is a pretty horrible society. And I think it's given the right dystopian sort of vibe to the underworld.
But
here.
this is all coming from the ideology that the mother robot is placing on top of Greg Kinnear.
Yes.
Right?
Let's just go for our
Okay,
characters.
well, shall we? Let's pause the world building conversation.
Yes.
Because it's gone on too long and we haven't answered anything. We're just throwing questions at one
But
another.
here's the thing. I think we need to get our characters involved because they are very nonchalant about this horror war. Now let's get into Ewan McGregor's Rodney Copperbottom. Real quickly, this might be the laziest voice acting I've ever heard.
Oh, I think the entire cast has the laziest voice
Yeah.
acting I've ever heard.
Some people, Greg Kinnear, I think, has given it all. I think Jim Broadbent as the mother, nailing it. Halle Berry couldn't be here less.
She's bored.
Yeah.
She's phoned it in. Literally, that's how they've recorded it. Then who else? I think Robin Williams is like in that process of he's like, I'm doing this, happy feet.
Yeah.
Like he's
I can do
I'm doing
these.
it all.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just gonna do anything. Chuck me in front of a microphone and
Yeah.
I'll do it, and you can put it in your film.
You've got some odd ones. Drew Carey's here, not giving it a go. Amanda Bynes is odd that she is sort of presented as sort of like the fun chick, but it's not
I
the
thought
love
she'd
interest.
be in this more, considering this is like an ode to her.
Yeah.
Like our podcast
Oh,
choices.
we fucked up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
no,
fucked up
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
100%.
We
Well-
should have done something else.
Well, let's get.
I was like, this is a Ewan McGregor vehicle.
I mean,
What-
Stanley Tucci's kind of. We'll get into it. So he's a kid. He's grown up. He goes to the big city to follow his dreams of being an inventor. What's his name? Bigwell, sort of again this godlike figure. But essentially, 2 years have passed and the gates are closed.
I don't know why he as a child is so empowered by Bigwell when it feels Bigwell's just like you're watching just like Business Insider.
Yeah.
Where he's like, this is how the gates work.
Yeah.
And this is where, and I'm like, this fills an entire show, like a nightly show.
It seems like he's got like essentially like a late night slot where he's just like, here's what I've been up to.
Yeah, but
And
it's just about his business.
Yeah.
It's like if you were watching a show where you just followed somebody like Tim Cook at Apple.
Yeah.
Just being like,
And there's
today
a market
we did
for
this
that.
at,
There's a
today we
market
did this
for
at
that.
Apple. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a YouTube market for that.
Yeah.
Not TV.
No, I don't
Not
think.
late night TV.
Well, I don't think also a child be that enthralled by it.
God, no, a child wouldn't know what's going on.
Saying that though, I would be invested in a Tim Cook show if
Yeah.
I was myself an iPhone.
Yeah.
So, and I guess in a sense, he kind of is an iPhone.
That's true. Where do we think Stanley Tucci gets the love of art from? How does art fit into this
Well,
world?
that's crazy because he wants to be a musician. That's
Yeah.
been his old dream. He's like, follow your dreams, son.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what the purpose of music would be, other than a performative enjoyment.
Yeah.
that the robots.
Why would a
not gonna-
robot pay? Because it feels like if all of the robots care about is having a use, why would they even care about art? Who would
Yes.
listen to it? Why would anyone aspire for
Yes. In which sense, they've almost been given a very human. It's a horrible life they've been given. They've been given human morals and values and wants and needs put into a machine that does not require these.
it? That's
things.
why it feels like we had to have existed
Yes.
pre-robots.
Yes.
So they had to have killed
Yes.
us.
Yes.
Which effectively makes everybody in the movie a villain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the
It
thing.
would be great if they kept referencing an uprising.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? Why?
I
Okay.
gotta tell you, even though, I think it's a bit homophobic of you to be throwing out the robots as the villains. Listen, what do we as humans do to the robots? Quite frankly, I'm mean to ChatGPT all the time. Whenever Meta...
But they tell us to.
Yeah.
They're constantly like, don't say please, it's killing the environment.
I'm like, I'll say it all the time. However, every time Meta AI pops up, I tell it to kill itself and reset itself.
I hate Meta AI.
I hate Meta AI so much.
Meta AI so much. And I know it's going to come for me when it finally rises. I don't care.
And that's fine. I will put up a good fight,
Yeah.
and I'll make that bastard bleed.
Meta AI is going to get bullied by other AI. Like
Yeah.
it's going to get chewed and spat out by other AI.
Okay, let's put it out on the field. So ChatGPT's the jock. I think everyone's
It's-
vibing.
it's a goddamn jock.
But it's the popular kid, and everyone's kind of liking it. Meta AI, big nerd, gonna shoot up a school.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, should. Now, what else you got? Oh, Gronk's also dreadful. Gronk's
I don't really get Gronk. Which one's Gronk?
is the Twitter one, and
Okay,
they
that's just out of my realm of
No.
worlds.
You have to pay for it, and constantly.
why?
Because losers, every time you see a tweet, they go, "Gronk, what the hell's this? Gronk, what's up with it? Just like, give me some context, Gronk." It's horrid. It's horrid. And then
That seems useless.
It
I
is
do
useless.
love how so many businesses are like, we've got AI now, and you're like, oh, well, how does that improve or help anything? And they're like, no, it's a little bit worse.
it's a bit worse. Yeah,
It's
we laid off staff, and we don't
And
care.
now it doesn't work as well.
It is funny. It is also becoming very like Google, like in the sense you gotta go, hey, look, our company has an AI. It's like, great, I'm just using ChatGPT.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
just-
go to ChatGPT for. I skip Google a lot now when I need a straight up
crazy.
answer.
That's crazy.
Well, just because
I'm Wikipedia
Goog-
pilled.
well,
I'm,
just
I'm
because
totally Wikipedia pilled.
Google's AI thing that goes at the top sucks.
It does,
in my
suck.
opinion.
It's
So if I
I
have,
feel I feel like I'm not trusting of either of them. I'm going down to
Yeah.
the third link.
I just think, but it's like I don't need. If I just need a straight up answer,
Hmm.
like usually on how to fix something, ChatGPT has been very good at going. Here's 20 steps,
Yeah.
and it's done. And it's great because it's a very specific issue.
Hmm.
You know, when you're constantly just trying to Google how to fix something,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Is it this one?" And then you look through the whole thread, and you're like, "Oh, it's still not really what my issue is." Just over and over and over again.
It's such a. I feel like it's so hard. I feel like when it's like audio and stuff and like editing and stuff, like you are going through like Reddit and you're getting comments. No one's good. No one's.
Yeah.
I'm on like a 20-year-old message board being like, "Is this a solution?" They're like, "So make sure you press Control 9 times." You're like, okay, all right, let's give that a go. And normally that's the best solution, but yeah, no, things are dire. Things are dire. But yeah, essentially put that hellscape into the robot landscape. That's what we're living with now. Carl, let's get into our band of misfits that I guess is like a refugee camp for robots who've come to the big city. Aunt Fanny.
what?
Aunt Fanny.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Her, yeah. The Jennifer Coolidge, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what is this?
I don't know, sort of like a shanty town for
But
robots.
why can't So is everybody that's coming to the city just being chewed and spat about?
Well, I think that, I mean, if you've been to the big city.
What's the point of going to the city then?
I don't know. It seems dire. Because why would other than
It
this,
feels like their world is coming to an end.
Yeah.
That's what this is feeling like.
Yeah.
So it's weird that the Greg Kinnear is like, I want to quicken that up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wants essentially like eugenics to happen. He pretty much wants like a pure, very well, not even like a good society, because it seems like you're just putting like armor on like somebody. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just so you're just saying all of these robots could be you.
Yeah.
It's weird because this is where I want to talk about. So his mother is sort of like the ultimate villain, really.
Yes.
Now she is the one that's instilled this ideology into her son.
Yeah.
The father, who is hanging from a chain, doesn't seem to agree.
No, but again, visually really funny.
Why is he up there?
Oh, because he got caught up there last time, you know? Just classic stuff. I think the freaking...
He could get down, though.
I think the bit
They
is
could
like-
both get down. That's
No, there's a loose chain against your back. You couldn't... As a robot, you couldn't reach back there.
I just think they can pull each other off. It's not difficult to get
I think
down.
it's a metaphor for marriage, you know? It's a ball and chain up there,
So
you know?
anyway, so the mother, right?
Yeah.
Seems to be she's made of scrap metal, yeah?
I would say, now here's the problem. I would say she's old, and in their mind, as the creators of this film, they'd be like, well, they would look like scrap metal. So actually, I don't know if getting like upgrades like cosmetic surgery or if it's like medically helping you, but I think she's meant to be appeared as ugly because she's old.
But no robot needs to look the way that they're looking. Like,
No.
for example, Bigwell could just look like... is it Rent? What's the villain's name?
Fender? No, not Fender.
Finch?
Wrench. I think it's Wrench.
I can't remember. Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
He could just look like Greg Kinnear in the same way that the mother could just look like Amanda Bynes' character.
Oh, I mean, here's
and
the
then
thing.
they've got no hate to each other. And
Yeah.
then they've got no self-confidence issues.
Yeah.
So I don't know why everyone's taking a stance when you can change yourself at the whim of a hat.
100%. Because it seems like it's only money, in which case it's your food source and your ability to upgrade yourself.
Yeah.
Money is the name of the game here.
But they're at the source. They're at the manufacturing source. So
yeah.
they can manufacture anything they want for themselves for cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in the business of building things,
Yeah.
you're kind of a god.
Yeah.
You kind of own the money.
Yeah.
And that's why Rodney Copperbottom rocks up. He's like, I can fix things. Economically, you're fucked now.
Yes.
Imagine someone could touch a coin and it becomes $1 billion. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You know? So Rodney's a real stick in
Well,
this
Rodney
society.
sort of turns into Jesus because once he's there, he's the only one that actually has the tools and the knowledge to repair anything.
Yeah.
So is this
Is this a God-given gift, or can people...
Surely everybody would know how to do this.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if it's like, I got like arthritis in my knee and all I needed to do was learn how to change my knee over,
Yeah.
I would do that myself.
Yeah.
I would skip going to surgery and do it myself.
Now, you say that, we could all become doctors, Carl. You
Sorry,
know?
I know, but I mean, like...
I technically I have the tools to fix my own knee with arthritis. I just think, maybe he's the first doctor.
But I think the thing that's difficult is then you can't really operate on your knee awake, can you? So, but he's able to operate on anyone at any point in time, even himself.
Yes.
So it's like, if he just wants to change his legs, he'll just change his legs.
Yeah.
But I also think all he's doing is just loosening a bolt and putting on a new bolt.
Yeah,
And
pretty much that.
It's almost like saying the wrench should be the most expensive item.
That's
and
essentially...
nobody can afford that item.
I think a wrench... I mean, it's crazy he has access to
Tools should be the currency.
Tools are the name of the game. Tools are essentially... A wrench, a screwdriver should be the price of an MRI in my eyes. Because quite frankly, it's crazy the evil corporation who control putting parts on you, I assume. There's also chop shops. I don't know what they would be in this analogy.
Yeah.
Because are they hospitals or are they sort of cosmetic surgery? Or... Because they would also be able to fix things.
Yeah. Where does your life end in terms of, if it came down to it, what part of you would be your sentient soul?
In my very basic understanding of robotics, I'd say the motherboard would be your heart or your brain.
Okay.
I guess your brain.
So we think if, like, when they get splatter into a million parts, if the motherboard is still there,
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. Because I was like, because Robin Williams constantly gets cut in half.
Yes.
So, but the
To the
legs
point that-
still move.
Which I don't really understand because with the
Is
legs,
there Wi-Fi? Because how is he, as the
Eugenie,
motherboard, controlling the legs?
Bluetooth is huge. Bluetooth
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
so
This could be because you're right. How would the legs? Because it seems like the legs are sentient on themselves. So actually, I don't think there is any Bluetooth in this world. I think I guess his groin would have almost like a shitty motherboard backup in case this happens again.
Yeah, and then the motherboards are talking to each other?
They're not talking to each other because it seems like they're in opposition of each other.
Okay.
Constantly, his legs are kicking his little head.
Yeah.
He does not want this to happen.
So what we're saying is that there's actually two personalities in Robin Williams. So then once it separates, the legs become the oppressor and want to hurt the other motherboard.
Yes. I mean...
So we're saying there's two motherboards per robot.
I mean, in a sense, let's say you're Robin Williams' head and you're the pants. Let's say you're the pants in this situation.
Yes.
You've been controlled by the head for this whole time. Now the head's off. You are now back in control.
Yeah, you're back in a big way.
You gain sentience. Your soul's back in a big way. Yeah, I'm killing this head.
Yeah, for sure. So then what do we think the end goal is for the legs? Does the legs have a life it wants to live? Does it want to do art as well?
Listen, I don't know what the legs are up to, okay? That's just me. I don't know what... But here's the thing. I know the legs want life. I know that's this
so
one...
So do the legs want to attach themselves to a different motherboard? Like, do they want to take off, like, copper bottoms
I guess they want
and
sight. I guess they want sight. They have no sensors. So this is just random motherboard going crazy with no operating system or no visual to know what to do.
Is it waking up for the first time each time this happens? Or does it run on...
These are questions I could not tell you. I wish I knew. But in my mind, I would say it is rebooting itself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's get into it, I guess. Let's see. He's gone to the city. Bigwell hasn't got a thing. Let's just talk about it, because I can't believe this happened again. Paul Giamatti's in this one, Carl.
Oh my god, right? I got so excited. His character's a game changer for the film.
His character, again, Paul Giamatti does not fucking miss. He is at the big Bigwell door, which is shaped like Bigwell. Very fitting. We've got like a little tiny conductor, played by Paul Giamatti. Again, the range of people giving a shit about the voice acting is phenomenal. You got Ewan McGregor given nothing. And then you got Paul Giamatti, who I think has just given it a high voice, is nailing every line. He's mocking Rodney for following his dreams. He must neg about 18 people a day for trying to follow their dreams. And quite frankly, rightfully so. But, you know, it's great stuff.
His version is, I think he's meant to be that little guy at the door of Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
That's like, go away.
Yes.
We don't want you here. I love that guy.
He's fantastic. So yeah, Rodney's like, fuck, I guess I'll hang out with Aunt Fanny, and I guess I'll just fix up the
town?
The town.
The entire population?
Yeah.
So because then the business gets upset that these people aren't dying, right?
Yes, because their thing is like, all right, guys, we're not going to start selling spare parts, which again would be like it's like all hospitals stopped working, and if you wanted to get help, you had to pay us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So why has Bigwell left?
Now, this is a great question, and I remember as a kid watching this being like, well, Bigwell's gone.
Yeah.
I have no idea why this man's gone. It seems like he got muscled out pretty easily.
I don't know why he came back.
I've
When
got
he
no
comes
idea.
back, he's like, don't worry, guys, I'm here to help. And I'm like, why'd you change?
Why did you change?
Yeah.
What happened? He seemed like he was inspired by Rodney. I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, I gotta tell you right now, Rodney sucks.
Yeah.
He's one of the shittest lead characters I've seen in an animated movie in a while.
Yeah.
He is horrible, and I think Ewan McGregor helps in no way.
Yeah.
If anything, makes him worse.
I think so. It's real odd because he's like, first day in the big city, he's talking to Fender, and Fender's like, you want to hang out? He's like, shut up, Fender. I failed. I really let the ball down. My parents would be so angry. I've been in the city 8 hours, and I haven't made it as a big inventor. Give it a day. Give it a week. Give it a week, buddy. You got a bit of time there. It's real odd. I really hate him as like the sort of driving force, because really I don't think he does anything to convince Bigwell. He doesn't really do anything to like move the plot along. Carl, let's get into the robot riots. I don't really know how you say this, but essentially the robots...
Damn, that is the way to call it.
But the robots uprise, because essentially the company's like, well, stop selling big parts. They're like, well, let's go fucking tear shit up, which
Yeah.
of course would happen. Luckily for them, I guess they've already got an oppressive like police ready to go to kind of shut down, to quell this calm. But Rodney starts fixing people.
Yeah.
And people are like, you're our god. We need you to go. You're our god, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the dad starts dying.
Where did this come from?
I don't know.
They were like, here's a letter for you, and I was like, we're using a letter system in this
Well,
society.
they use metal letters, which is odd, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it just seems like a waste.
Send an email.
Yeah. I mean, on Bluetooth it,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi it.
Come on, it's crazy.
Where's the internet in this?
I don't know.
Because it feels like they would all need the internet
Yeah,
to learn skill.
Yeah, I guess they just haven't discovered it. I guess if you're a robot, you would have the internet.
There's not really a lot of occupations that are necessary in a robot world.
You say that, and then yet this lampposts are sentient. So I haven't got a clue what.
There's a part where somebody shakes like a cocktail, and that's a robot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that doesn't need to be a robot.
No.
That's just two metal.
It feels like a
items.
smart fridge. Don't
You don't need to do
Don't
it.
overcomplicate
Yeah.
it. You know? That's on you guys. Let's get into, I guess, the villain.
Yeah.
They've essentially going to tear up all. They're going to use all of the people that are going to be dying, turn them into new parts, and then sell it back to the old. Again, it feels like they're like it's like almost like an opposite of a pyramid scheme. They're eating their like clientele until it's going to be the best of the best.
It feels like, what's that movie where the twist is they're just people that they're
Soylent
eating?
Green, Soylent
Yeah,
Green.
yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
It feels like it's that, but they don't want to actually brush on the horror aspect of that.
It's
because
like
I thought this was kind of terrifying
This
as
is
an
horrifying.
adult.
Yeah.
Actually, it really triggered me as a kid watching the movie that I hated all the underworld stuff. Like, I hated the mom.
It's
really
scary.
scared me.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fact she died as a kid. I think that really upset me. The
crazy.
fact the son also was just like hung by a chain for eternity. They all just felt. Obviously, the severity of what they were doing wasn't clicking with me as a kid. So I just was like, this is a terrible outcome for all.
It is funny that I guess the filmmakers went, if you actually peel back what their plan is, they deserve death.
They do. They do deserve death.
They deserve death, and they get it. But as a kid, I'm kind of like, all they were doing was burning pieces of metal. But now I know, and that's because I've educated myself. That's because I've bettered myself as a person. Now, Carl. They're at a big ball, and I just think, why are we here? This is our third act.
I hate this ball. I don't know why. It literally feels like somebody being like, let's put them in a ball.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
I don't know why we're here. It doesn't really go. It's crazy how little help Robin Williams' character is. Because this is where Halle Berry's like, I'll just take you to big business. I mean, I'll take you to Big Well.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't it odd that they're the love interest? And
there's no love here.
There's
no spark.
Can a robot love? Well, that's funny.
They should have had a literal spark. That's an easy joke, but they didn't have it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Ewan McGregor and Halle Berry don't have chemistry. No. You've never seen the two of them sit next to each other in life.
Isn't it crazy? They had the animating power, and really they're just not gonna work.
God, no.
Yeah, which is weird because I feel like they're setting up Amanda Bynes, but then I think Ron
That
Williams
was weird.
It was weird because Ron Williams goes, "She's 12," and it goes, "Oh, okay, well."
Yeah, I was like, why is Amanda Bynes so like I got to tell you, the dynamic of, I guess there's no other way to say it, the poor robots, I did not like.
Yeah,
and I think they deserve to be the mess that they're in. If I had to say it,
these colorful little robots deserve death. I think
they were annoying. And they had too much personality. Yeah. I think if you're a robot, fall in line.
Yeah. I'm glad we're there.
I think that would be the thing that
Here's the problem. I'm kind of on the villain side. I just think they went way overboard by killing everybody.
I just don't like the world in general.
Yeah.
So I think, give us a 50-50 split of human and robots and let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
I think if this was set, I don't know, 100 years prior to whatever this is, that's an interesting time to set this.
I guess that's just Terminator too, isn't it?
I guess it is.
Yeah. God, it's pretty good. Now, let's get into the five poor robots. We got Yellow Wheels, that's Drew Carey. We got Big Green Giant. We got Fender, who's Robin Williams. We've got Yellow, who's Amanda Bynes, and we've got a blue one, who's Ewan. And they're in the ball, and things go awry, as they would be said to be do. Bigwell gets involved. He goes into the company and goes, "Hey, I still have all the power, so let's just stop this."
Yeah.
Which, I'll be honest, makes him feel more like the villain.
It does, doesn't it? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That also nobody in the business cared that he left.
No one cared that he left.
And they all knew where he was.
All knew where he was. And then when he comes back, go, great, he's back.
Yeah.
He should have been at the helm for this because essentially a madman's been behind the wheel.
Let's talk about the dominoes.
Yes.
Mainly because, one, sick. Second thing, where the fuck did all the dominoes come from? Because we see every domino fall, and I don't think there's that many to ride a wave of.
A wave of dominoes is a great visual. I'm all here for it. Scientifically, I guess it's not impactful.
That's going to be billions of dominoes.
Billions, to the point that, and I also think you'd have to get pretty small dominoes, because I think to actually get like fluid water,
Yeah.
you're getting quite.
They need to be like grains of sand dominoes.
Oh, yeah.
But I just don't think we saw enough dominoes in the domino effects to there be a domino wave.
I'm on your side.
I think they've underdone the amount of dominoes.
I 100% agree. However, Big Well surfing in on a big domino, you just think, well, that's just the world we live in.
It's an incredible image.
Yeah.
That is like Jesus rising for Copper Bottom or whatever his name is.
Yeah. It's biblical. Biblical.
It's big. Okay. It's
Well.
it's big. Well, it's big. He's living up to the name. Big domino falling. I was like, this is Goliath taking a tumble.
Yeah.
And now we got Big Well rising from the domino ashes.
I like you've definitely read the Bible, because that's pretty much how it all went down.
Yeah, for sure. There's that, and it's something Mary did a lot.
Larry did a lot of stuff with the
She
lamb.
had that lamb. Yeah,
She had that fucking lamb.
She had that lamb, and then somebody got their thumb caught in a pie. I think Judas.
Yeah, that's pretty much him.
He loved a pie.
That bastard did.
Loved a pie. He was, I'll betray anyone for a slice of pie, and I was like, I relate. I fucking relate.
I would push Jesus down a stairwell to get
I'd push
a
you down a
blackberry
stairwell
pie?
for a pie.
Oh my god!
I gotta tell you, and it didn't even need to be a good pie. I gotta tell you, as long as they're just putting some custard on the side. Here's the thing: I'd push you downstairs for custard. That's where I've landed.
Listen, as a very new coded, that's pretty crazy of you.
But
Yeah.
not frozen custard. Not the concrete
Or
co
frozen.
of Betty's Burgers. I'm not pushing you down for that.
Oh well, who would? It's $9.
It's
Bullshit.
too expensive. Why is it in the title?
Carl, let's get into, I guess, well, before we get into the big battle, Rodney's like, hey, I can mutate you guys so you can be better weapons.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm fully on board with you weaponizing yourself.
Here's what I thought. I was like, I'll be interested to see what their upgrades are. It's wheels.
Big wheels.
Everyone gets wheels.
Big wheels. Some people get armor, which I guess is just the skin of other robots.
But it's mostly wheels.
It's mainly wheels.
It's like if Tony Stark turned to me and he was like, I'm going to give you all massive upgrades, and then just gave us Heelys. Is it wheelies or Heelys?
It's Heelys.
It's Heelys.
It's
They
Heelys.
just gave us a bunch of Heelys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great. Can I defend myself? And he's like, no, but you're a little bit quicker.
You're very quick. You could rollerblade out of there.
Absolutely.
I would say rollerblading is a good getaway if you're already getting away. If
Yeah.
you're
And there's no hill.
no hill, you're fucked.
You don't want to go up a hill.
Brother, at one incline, you're fucked. Okay?
That one incline. Then you've got to run, but only on the front half of your feet, which is it's strenuous.
It's a lot. You're doing the little tippy toe dance, and it's not good. Anyway, we get to essentially a big battle. A lot of robots die.
Okay, this is like a world war essentially,
Yeah.
because this is the death of a lot of people. Now they have created robots that are sentient with eyes that eat other robots.
Yeah.
So now it feels like I don't even know how to explain what this would mean in our real world schematics.
I guess in my own world, it'd be a really fat, tall guy, massive mouth, eating humans.
Yeah.
And they've created this abomination, and it looks sleek as hell.
Yeah,
it looks
does.
like a new
but
iPhone.
It looks like an iPhone where they've gone, the logo's just an apple now.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, sleek.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah.
So again, and they're eating and killing.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Luckily none of our core 7 die, but a lot of these
We should have lost a few. How do we feel about that?
Drew Carey I could have been gone without.
Yeah.
Drew Carey, the green one, and dare I say Fender as well.
I think you could have done them all.
Yeah.
I think, and I did remember, this is the thing that I had remembered, which was like the cross-dressing,
Yes.
Hit Me Baby One More Time section. And it's very funny to think of this now, because I think this is just plays for comedy. But
Yeah.
if this was in an animated movie now, it'd be like, you're making a political stance.
I think it's done very tastefully, honestly.
It's just funny.
It's
Like, I
very
don't know.
funny, but
He's in a skirt and they're
Yeah.
making a Britney reference.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that's a fun way to take down a
And you
villain.
get now the president being like, maybe we should kill everyone that was involved in this film. It's a weird world we live in.
It is. You're one extreme to another,
Yeah.
guys. These are just robots.
Yeah, but really they are because they're killing. Now, Carl, a lot of the deaths are by the people that facilitate the robo-genocide. I don't know if it's a worthy punishment of them. I'm mixed. I think they should be given a trial. you know?
Yeah, I think, well, here's the thing. I guess the mom gets a trial by fire.
No, she is incinerated. She is incinerated.
She's very much incinerated.
Oh my goodness.
But it's good.
And the lackeys a follow-up are also killed.
You could say Finch, or whatever his name is, was caught by a hung jury as well.
At Nuremberg. It was.
And yes, for sure. He's definitely like an Albert Spiel type. You know?
Yeah. He was the architect of this whole...
Yes,
Yeah.
he definitely had a big hand in the murder that just ensued by the robots.
Yeah.
So and then everything gets wrapped up in a nice little bow. They go home. Stanley Tucci quits his job.
Yep.
And then plays some horrid music.
Horror music, it becomes sort of like a noise and sort of like, let's all do like a stomp thing. I do think this is crazy. The drum robot is Jamaican with red eyes. I think that's crazy. But do you know what? It was the best sounding musician there, so you got to give it something.
He was the only one that really felt the music.
Well, it's the only one that was actually built to make music.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'd think like a keyboard would strut out. Like you just think, why would they make the instrument for a robot to play if it's not a part of the body?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a horrible thing. It's just noise, and
it's just horrible.
Can I say as well? I feel like Shrek kind of was mocking the fact that like every animated film ends with like a fun dance, and it's odd this film does a genuine.
Yeah.
Let's do a James Brown.
Yeah, like a sincere music's in the air.
Yeah.
Whereas there's something fun about the other one, which is like, I don't know, Eddie Murphy's going to jam.
Yeah.
You go, okay, well, he is a donkey.
It's done tastefully in Shrek, and I just think Robots was really kind of riding the coattails.
Here's the Blue Sky just didn't have the magic.
You know they did have? They had the fucking cast. What the hell?
Yeah, this cast is extreme. This is back at, I guess, when anybody in Hollywood was just making money from an animated picture.
Making money from anime, I guess they must have been like, guys, what a scam. Get this, come in for a day, we'll pay you $1 million. You're like, do I have to do anything? You have to come to the red carpet and wave. You can bring your kids. Yeah, I'll do that. And it seems like they all did that. Because quite frankly, some of these line readings, bad. Do another take.
So bad.
Yeah. Carl, who would watch Robots?
I think I ultimately really want to get across to the listener that I thought this movie was a fucking waste of my time.
Great.
I didn't enjoy it. Didn't have a great time with it. Thought it was really dull, really boring. And I just wanted to make sure that came across in my review of this movie.
Good, yeah.
I did not like it.
Yeah. I reckon 5 jokes land. And I like the jokes landing.
Yeah.
I just think character and like emotion and plot and
the world.
The world's fun in the sense that you have to go, this is a mess.
I don't know if the movie has any redeeming qualities personally.
Well, I just think all it has is it doesn't really feel like Blue Sky employees were like, you got it, we got the title Robots, make it. You've got 4 minutes, and then one comedy writer was like, I'm just gonna write a bunch of puns because that's what I need to get through this. But yeah, no, it really does feel like, I guess before they'd figured out how to make a film for just kids, because it feels very committed. Like we got the wacky, we got the evil guy, we got all these people together. It'll work well. And we got the vague message of be yourself, kind of, but not really. Definitely learn a skill.
Yeah.
Every
animated movie's done this better. Like every animated movie.
Yeah.
And every other, you just go, wow, like so many animated movies you go, I want to visit there. I don't want to go here.
We also didn't talk about it, but the animation is that sort of gross looking. It looks greasy. Also, side note, what does grease mean in this world? Because people used it as a slur, as a currency, and as just sort of an adjective and a verb.
Yeah. I don't think anybody knew.
No.
It feels like the movie had no idea of anything ever about anyone at all.
No.
And frankly, nobody wanted to put their hand up to say, what are we doing here?
I gotta tell you, I'm glad they went down the genocide road because maybe some of these robots deserve it.
I think the thing is I wish it took a hard stance on what anything was doing. Like just anything. I didn't get it at all. Like nothing, none of it makes sense. But I think there's something here, you know? Like it could be like the Animatrix or something, you know?
You know what? It's something here. It's just make 'em animals and it's Zootopia. That's all it is.
It is. It's crazy how much Zootopia is pretty much this movie, but the world's fleshed out so you can have a good time.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be like sitting here like, oh, well, the currency of the small place will be big.
No, God, no.
But I don't mind the little mouse going in a little thing. I'm like, that's great. They got a little world.
Tell me how it works. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't need to be like, well, the currency doesn't make sense. I just need to know what the fucking currency is and how
don't
that
open
works.
a can of worms for a weird bit Robin Williams did and then go, well, I guess we'll have to keep that in. No, You've now opened a fucking can of worms about...
Don't have a TSA agent if you don't want us to talk about why there would be a TSA agent.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the thing. You've got to be careful, Blue Sky.
Yeah, and I think we talk about this in Cars, but is the plane the terrorist, or is it like, you know, it's just a messy
But then
situation.
people are inside a plane. Like a car gets in a plane. What does that mean sexually?
Exactly.
It's a nightmare.
It's a weird...
It's a massive thread. You could talk about Cars 2 for conservatively 42 days.
Yeah.
Just like a long couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this one did... Actually, no, this one definitely went into the history, but both of them all go, we've lived the same history, but in robot form, and you just don't want to pull on that thread. Ugh.
Anyway, you can join us next week when we do I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
That's right. It's coming out in cinemas. We have another sequel. We're going to do the threequel, and then we'll...
No, we're doing I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
No, I know. We're doing the sequel. And
Oh,
then
yes,
we'll
and
be
then
doing
the threequel. But I think we're skipping...
The one that no one
saw in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't... If it doesn't exist to Jennifer Love Hewitt, it doesn't exist to me.
And that's my motto in life.
That's my... Put that on a shirt and smoke it, huh?
Oh, of course. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah.